After Messi's performance yesterday, is he the greatest player of all time? The big question to answer. What do we think?
Go ahead, JD.
I've been saying for the longest while that Leo Messi is the greatest player, I think, of all time. I had a conversation yesterday with Cello, and we were sitting, he was giving me the Maradona reference, which I always will defer to those that had the opportunity to watch Maradona and understand in terms of that greatness. But when you're talking about prolonged greatness, you're talking about turning up in the big moments, a trophy cabinet that's full, leadership, just from a different perspective. It doesn't matter if it's left foot, right foot, heading, and I'm not even trying to break it down into just attributes. I'm just talking about what I see with the eye and the way that he's able to impact the game. I said to someone when they came into our production room yesterday, if you'd never seen Leo Messi play and you had heard about this great phenomenon and I was going to describe to you what a Messi goal would look like, it was the first goal. Because for his whole career, since 17 or whenever else he broke through, to where he is today, he's always fought the game so far ahead of everybody else. And if you look at the acute spaces that he finds for someone who's, let's be honest, a short king, as they call him online, like he finds these places where he doesn't allow disadvantages to become a disadvantage for him. And he's just a magician. When I say a magician, in what he does in terms of execution in the final third. And he makes simple things look so easy that are actually world-class. The touches round the corner, the weight of passes, the finishing, the first-time finishes, the reading of the game. I've never seen a player like him in my life. And I don't think we'll ever see a player like him again in my lifetime anyway. I think sometimes you just have to give the crown to who deserves it. And if you're going to give the crown to someone like MJ or Tiger Woods when it comes to golf or whatever else, then Leo Messi deserves to stand alone as the greatest player that's ever played football.
Tony? Jimmy?
Yeah, no, I'd just jump in and say, based on that explanation, it's a very good description of Leo Messi. When you want to maybe compare someone else to him, he's going to win in almost every metric. He's got all the trophies. He's so well-rounded in how he plays. We can say, hey, Cristiano Ronaldo might be a better scorer. There might be a conversation to have there. But Messi can do so much more. That said, Messi now has more World Cup goals than anybody else. Since Opta started getting stats since 1966, he's created more chances in a World Cup than anybody else. Second on that list is Diego Maradona. And then he's tied for the most assists in this tournament of all time. And by the end of this tournament, he's going to have all the records. I think what's been interesting about Messi this time around is that they won the Copa America, right? That kind of got him to relax a little bit. Twice. They won Copa America, then they won the World Cup, then they won Copa America again. I feel like we're seeing a version of Messi where he's just relaxing and having fun and just playing. And for me, that's the most dangerous version of this guy. When he had all that pressure and he felt like he had to win this trophy to be compared to Maradona or to be considered the best of all time, that was a lot, and you could see it weighing on him. I remember I was at the Copa America, 2 Copa Americas in a row, in Chile and then in the U.S. in 15 and 16. They lost in the final to Chile. Then they lost the World Cup final as well. So I was at all 3 of those games. I might be the bad luck charm there. He lost all 3, and he's crying. I mean, that was how he was just taking and absorbing so much. Now we're seeing this guy, I've already won everything. I can just cruise. So dangerous. And I think that's just going to elevate him to this next standard. And because the team is built around him a little bit and because the game, he can't help but have a significant impact on the game, he's going to break a whole bunch of records. I think he'll have over 10 goals in this tournament.
Yeah, you guys discussed Messi as good as anybody can between the two of you. I played against both of them, Maradona and Messi. It's always been Maradona for me.
Really?
Yeah, because he grew up in an age where you can actually get the you-know-what kicked out of you, and the guy always got up, never rolled around on the ground. We were just talking about Erling Haaland's physicality. Go look at Maradona and the way he was built and the way that he ran through players and around players. You mentioned Messi does it with everything. You know, right, left foot, obviously. He can do it with his right. He's got headed goals. He's got penalty kicks. He didn't have a hand of God, so I understand that's why the English may have a little problem with him. But he also scored a goal. But you also mentioned moments. After the hand of God, he scored a goal that should be worth 3 goals against England, right? And that's the special type of player. He's obviously was never going to win as many trophies as Messi because there weren't that many competitions back then. There weren't opportunities every 3 trophies a year sometimes to win, right, for Maradona. And what he did in changing the history of Napoli, right? I've always leaned, if you want to tell me Messi's the greatest, perfect. He's the greatest. It's hard to argue, right, that he's the greatest. You're splitting hairs, but my eye always went to Maradona. right? But there's no doubt. I said the other day, Jimmy, I'm enjoying watching Leo Messi and what he's on the ball all the time. He's 38. We were joking in the room, like, if he plays like this, because he doesn't do a lot of defending because he doesn't have to, who knows how long the guy can play.
He could play another World Cup if he wanted to.
So do you think if Maradona's peak had been elongated? Because Messi, I feel like, whether it's modern medicine or just the way that he plays, or the he's so good at evading the physicality of the game, whereas it felt like Maradona wanted that. That's what got him going. Like, you want to kick me? Great. I'll show you exactly what's going to happen because I'll kick you back.
Yeah.
Messi doesn't have that same type of mentality, I would say, of being nasty. Maradona was nasty.
He's in a different age of football, right?
Right.
We can say longevity, but the reality is, those guys back then, like when I started, we didn't live with the nutrition and the training and everything that goes along with that. Players' careers are just going to always get elongated. They're going to be longer and longer, and you're going to see guys. Not going to be 20 years from now. It's not going to be unusual to see guys at 38 years old continue to play. Just technology is completely different now. So it's hard to say ever if this guy grew up in this era.
Right.
Yeah.
It's an eyeball test for everybody, right?
It
Really is an eyeball. Someone might say Pelé in that thing because
they watch Pelé do amazing things and come on a scene at 17 or 16 and be a phenomenon. Do you know what I mean? So it's always hard, I think, entering these type of conversations because we are going through a generation. I love the fact that Tony actually got the opportunity to compare the players in terms of competing against both players. So that gives us a completely different insight. And we're always going to be biased from what we've witnessed and what we've grown up in. But I've just never seen somebody have a peak for this sustained period, this length, in terms of, and still impacting. We're talking about, he's 39 tomorrow, and he's still arguably the best player at the World Cup.
Right?
He's the best player at the World Cup, and that's ridiculous to think of all of the phenomenons. And I will always say, just listen to the peers. When someone asks Kylian Mbappe, who has every right to turn around and say, I'm the best player in the world right now if he wanted to, who's the best player in this tournament? He didn't even hesitate in saying Messi. That lets you know the greatness in what they're witnessing.
I often say that the story of my life I can tell through World Cups. I've been to every World Cup since 2006. That goal against Serbia and Montenegro, I was there. And I've seen Messi from his debut all the way to him breaking the record. And the transformations, the ups and downs, the heartbreak of losing the 2014 final, the implosion of the national team in 2018, and then finally seeing Messi win in Qatar, and then thinking it was done. I think Messi himself said it was done. To come back and to still be one of the best players, if not the best player at the next tournament, it's simply remarkable. Messi is timeless. I don't know how else to describe this guy. It's just simply, Hannah, it's a privilege to have witnessed greatness from its genesis up until this moment.
All right, so Nico, we've having a big chat here to start the show about who's the best of all time. Where does Messi rank for you, my friend?
I think undoubtedly Messi's the best player of all time. Period. No discussion. And I think that discussion was ended when Messi won the World Cup in Qatar. And that was the big one that perhaps didn't allow him to sit at the table with Maradona in the eyes of many. But the fact that he won a Copa America, a World Cup, then a Copa America again, and now he's at this level, still at this age, I don't think you could argue against it. I like how you guys were talking about peaks. Perhaps people say that Maradona's peak was greater than Messi's peak, but it wasn't long-lived. Maradona had off seasons. He had a campaign or two where he wasn't at his greatest. It's not normal that Messi has been this good. And you have to throw Ronaldo in there because they went tete-a-tete for a decade plus. It's not normal for any sports person to be that good for that long. And that bar that was set, now everybody else is seeing, wow, you need to be that good for that amount of time. Now you understand what it means to be greatest of all time and the undertaking that is for the likes of the next generation coming up, Lamine, Haaland, Kylian Mbappe. I think we've gotten used to that, And in certain sports in the modern age, I think there are a lot of names that you can throw out there, like LeBron, like Novak Djokovic, like Roger Federer, Rafa Nadal, Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo. In team sports where somebody was able to be so dominant, but to me, if there's somebody that stands on top of the mountain of players in team sports that is the greatest of all time, it's Lionel Andres Messi.
Where does it sit? It seems like in watching your stuff every day, this is kind of for a guy who's a kid in a candy store type guy. When you talk about this game, this looks like it's far exceeded what you thought it might be.
Yeah, it's I didn't know what to expect, Tony, to be honest. Almost like a World Cup in the U.S. in 1994. Like, what could happen? So many things could happen, right? Not that I'm comparing my one little RV trip to your extraordinary undertaking, which is participating in the 1994 World Cup, Tone. But it has been crazy just being able to go all around the United States. I've never done something like this. I'm discovering my own country. I think that's the most fun part out of all this, because I'm talking to soccer fans from all around the world and seeing how important even our coverage is to them. People are watching us, people are recognizing us, and they are people from all around the world, either Americans born here or children of immigrants that have come here that consume soccer in our language. And it's fun to see that the Golazo brand is spreading all over the country, even during the World Cup, which is a tournament that we don't have the rights to. I think it's very difficult to do something like this, but wherever we are, people recognize CBS, and we are present in so many stadiums. I mean, the fact that we're going to go to all 11 is crazy. We'll see if we do it. I think we will, but it's been fun, Tone.
Who would you take in terms of goal scoring, Messi or Ronaldo?
Goal scoring, Ronaldo.
We agree with that, boys?
I've already been saying it. Ronaldo's the greatest goal scorer I've ever seen, so I agree.
Ronaldo ain't retiring until he has 1,000 goals.
1,000 career goals. That's crazy.
Jimmy's shaking his head.
Messi's special, man.
1,000.
I respect Ronaldo, but Messi is a beast.
Look, if you're gonna give Cristiano something,
I'll give him that. I'll give him that.
Goal
That's fair.
scoring.
We'll give him goal scoring.
He is the best goal scorer I've ever seen.
Sorry, chat.
Okay, we'll give Ronaldo goal scoring then. Right, next one, playmaker.
Messi, without a doubt.
Yeah, I agree.
Can we have some explanation?
I mean, honestly, that's kind of self-explanatory.
Oh, you want?
That's kind of because Ronaldo has been, especially since the last years at Manchester United to where he is now, he's been a centre forward, and he is tunnel vision in that. So I don't really. Whereas Messi is, I don't even know what position you give Messi. Messi is just, hey, just win us the game. And he can do it in any way he wants to.
And plus, he's on the ball so much during the game,
And,
right? I mean, he's making things happen all the time. So I think your eye kind of goes to him quite a bit, where we're going to always judge, at least at the end of Ronaldo's career, we're going to judge the goals, right? Messi's still playing in a way where the ball's constantly at his feet all the time.
Yeah, nothing to add there.
And you know what you can also say? He makes everybody around him better.
Yeah, he does.
At all levels.
Okay, nice one. Love that. Next one, better mentality. Messi or Ronaldo, Nico?
Oh.
Whew.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I think it flip-flopped, you know? It flip-flopped. There were moments, Messi with Argentina, that the body language wasn't great, and I think you could have knocked on his mentality. Like, Jimmy, you remember, you mentioned those Copa Americas in the last segment. Messi, during the national anthem, his head would be down.
Yeah.
You know, when things didn't go his way, you could see it in the body language.
Didn't he quit the national team?
Was
After
never that.
2016.
He quit the national team, and then everything that he racked up, all the trophies, came after he came back. I mean, he barely missed any games. I think, in fact, Messi didn't win anything, didn't miss a game, but he did declare that he was retiring for the national team. So, that's a good question. I don't know, man, because to a certain degree, Cristiano at this point has become more selfish, and the recency bias it's kind of flip-flopped this conversation. But I like the resilience of Messi to come back from where he is to be here now. He just seems so wise to me, so confident. He has aura like I've never seen before. So splitting hairs with this one, but I'm gonna go Messi.
Okay.
The only grab. You know what? I think Nico is completely on the ball here. I think if you had asked me at the beginning part of their career, I think I would have taken Ronaldo's mentality for maybe the beginning, for where he started. I remember him being that raw winger that was just getting kicked and couldn't stand up straight, and they were calling him Bambi because he was diving everywhere, to he became this self-proclaimed, and he created himself. Like, his mentality created his level of success. Whereas Messi, I think in the latter part of his career now, you're seeing the evolution of someone who understood pressure and has made pressure a privilege, whereas I don't think Cristiano has necessarily understood the pressure that's come with him and made that a privilege in the latter parts of his career. But he had achieved so much by that stage anyway.
I think what's interesting, and I agree with your guys' points on Messi, I'll actually lean to Ronaldo on this.
Yeah.
He's had to evolve his game in so many different ways, whereas Messi's kind of been the same guy. And maybe the only thing he's changed is he's doing more walking.
I disagree.
Like, he's impacting.
I completely disagree.
I'm going to push back. Go ahead, Nico.
Oh, the RV stops and Nico can have a real conversation about this.
Jimmy, Messi has evolved. Messi has evolved in so many senses.
Okay, no.
Messi in his in
positional
play at this age in his career. Okay.
No,
listen. Ronaldo built his legacy, right? Because he worked for it, and like no other athlete that I've seen before. And Messi is a little bit more innate. It's a natural talent that has progressed, that has evolved, and has gotten better as he has gotten better. So it's two different things.
It is and it isn't. This is a great conversation. I'm sad we're going to have to go to break. But I agree with you that he has evolved, but ultimately Messi's still kind of doing the same things that he has always shown. He just doesn't maybe do it with I don't say as much consistency, but maybe he's not on the ball as much. Where he picks up the ball, he's making different decisions based on what he can and can't do. I feel like he's become smarter. Messi's become smarter in his decision making. Whereas I'm trying to actually give Cristiano, who I prefer Messi like 100 times more than Cristiano, but I really appreciate and respect that Cristiano built himself from not nothing. He's obviously a terrific athlete, but just to continue to grow. And he had to become a goal scorer in a different way. He couldn't rely on his physical gifts anymore.
He excelled to a superlative level, and Ronaldo kept himself there. It's not normal. We grew accustomed to this, but it was not normal for Ronaldo to reach those heights and to stay there for so long.
And I got the perfect comparison. I'm going to bring the barbershop to what I heard here. And I heard someone say it in the barbershop the other day, and I wish I could give this person their name credit they deserved. If you were comparing the two, Cristiano's mentality is more like Kobe Bryant, in terms of having to develop himself and make himself a superstar and wanting to be the alpha in all of his situation, whereas Leo Messi's mentality is really similar quite to LeBron James, in terms of everything has been focused on you, the pressure has been on you since the day you kind of entered this situation. You've watched so many evolutions of yourself, and yet even at this age, we're still looking at it, having those conversations of he might be the greatest thing we've ever seen of all time. And it really just depends on what you are as an individual and what appeals to you. But there's no wrong answer because both mentalities always equal success.
Yeah. Well, it makes for a very good conversation. I think we could go on and on and on. We did have a YouTube poll, and the results have come in. Who is the greatest player of all time? Lionel Messi, 74%.
3% for Maradona?
74% for Messi.
3% for Maradona.
For Ronaldo, and then 3% for Maradona. Nico, what are your thoughts on the 3%?
The people that vote Pelé,
they never seen Pelé play.
The people that vote Pelé, I want to go see those 10% and ask them what they thought about the 1958 World Cup when they went to fly to Sweden to see how Pelé plays.
Thanks for watching this video from Morning Footy. For all news and insights regarding leagues around the world like EFL, Serie A, and all UEFA competitions, both men's and women's, don't forget to sign up for Paramount+.